Well, welcome. This is Mr. Arthur, and I'm here to get you started on your GIS project, show you a few things to get going. The first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to uh, bring up your browser and go to my website. Once you're there, scroll down, and in the files, you're going to see this one labeled birdmaster.mpk. Go ahead and click on that to download it. It should be rather fast because it's a fairly small file. Go ahead and click on it and don't choose open. Instead, choose show in folder. What we need to do is get this to the right place. Now you should have on the left hand side, you should have your Z drive where you store your other work, and that's where you're going to put it. For me, it's going to end up over here in this documents folder. Yours will be in documents too, but make sure it's not on the computer. It won't be there the next time the computer restarts. You make sure you get that over to your documents. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to move it to documents, okay, and then I'm going to go into documents, and I'm pretty sure that I was a little slow on the pad, so I'm going to pull that out and get it into documents this time, get into the right place. So I'll have it sitting here. I'm going to add a new folder, and I'm going to call this Bird Project. Keep your names short. It tends to cause fewer problems. Have them make sense. You can find things later. I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it right on into Bird Project. And so now I have it sitting in this folder. So that's ready to go. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to bring up ArcMap. Okay, so I want this ArcMap 10.2. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to bring this up. It might take a minute to load. That's fine. Okay, and I'm going to choose cancel here. I'm going to come over here and into the catalog on the right hand side. I'm going to open that. And down here it says folder connections. Okay. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to connect to that folder that you just had it in, that you just dropped in. So up here at the top it says connect to folder. I choose that. I navigate to it. Okay. And I'm going to need, I'm not looking for that file, I'm looking for that folder that I made. So I'm going to choose the folder, press OK, and now you can see it over here on the right hand side. If I look inside of that, there it is. Okay, so this is what you're going to use to do your project. If I take it and I drag it from here over to the table of contents on the left hand side, I give it a minute to bring it on up. You can see that we got this map that's coming up. Okay, and here's everything else. So I have this data frame that's called species frequency. You can see it's in bold, so that's the active one. And I have this other data frame that says Clement Middle School image. If I right click on that one, I can choose activate, and now I'm over in this other data frame. Okay, so I have two separate data frames. Down here at the bottom, this is your data view. If I click right next to it, this is the layout view. This is what we're going to use to make the poster, and I kind of already have that a little bit set up for you. And you can see there's those two data frames that you had. Okay, and I can click on it and go back to a data view, and now I can see that actual map, the same thing. So however it looks here is how it's going to end up looking over in your poster. Okay. In terms of what to do, I'm going to go ahead and look at this one just because I think it's a little bit darker and is going to show up a little bit better in the camera. There's a couple buttons here at the top that you might use, and I'm just going to give you just a little bit about what this program can do. There's so much potential here. We're just scratching the surface. So I can zoom in. Okay, so I can zoom in on it, and I can zoom back out. Be careful about getting out too far. That could end up causing you some problems that we can solve, but you don't need to just to cause the problem in the first place. So I can fix zoom in, it zooms in by a certain amount, okay, or zoom back out again. And those are the main buttons that you're going to be using over here for now, okay. So this video is about getting the that map package, getting it linked to, and then loading it within the program. In the next one, I'll show you how to get your data entered. And in the last video, I'll show you how to actually work with the poster.